Hey, good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining in. So we can kind of start with a small introduction. Maybe everybody can share their name, which city are they from, and what is one thing that you really like doing? What is that one area in which you like working? What we call as interest. Right now, just talk about you, whether you are a youth or an adult, it doesn't matter. Let's just share. So, for example, I like a lot of adventure sports and I like doing that. So my name is Ratnesh. I am right now from Aarohi campus, which is near to Bangalore. Yeah, whoever wants to share, let's start sharing and we can take from there.
Hello, I'm Srijini. I'm also presently in Aarohi campus only, but I'm from Andhra Pradesh, Vizag. And I love to cook and bake. I can spend hours just baking some stuff.
Others, you can unmute and just share name, city, and one thing that you really like doing.
Hi, my name is Aarush and I am from Amritsar, Punjab. Making music, playing guitar, listening.
Hello, I'm Rijul and I'm from Bangalore. I like anything computers related. I'm really into computers, the back end of computers and stuff. Yeah.
Thank you, Arush. Thank you, Rijul. Others? Samarth,
Hi, I'm Preeti. I'm from Mumbai. I like creating anything.
Hi, I am Samarth Ghosh. I am from Bihar and I like related to electronics and like phones and all.
Thank you. Thank you, Preeti. Thank you, Samarth. So who's left? Leela and Uma from the people present now.
Hi, I'm traveling, must be the sound will be too high. Are you able to hear?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I'm Leela. I'm also part of Aarohi team. I'm from Bangalore and I love to spend time in nature, hours together, watching birds, watching sky.
Okay, Uma, would you like to also share? If for some reason you're not able to come on mic, you can share on chat also. If you can come on mic, great.
Yeah, Ratnesh, this is my kids. Okay, parent, I'm just observing. So
Okay.
what is this to understand better?
That's
on
okay. Since you are here, you share. We are all,
Yeah.
I hope, learners.
My kid's age is just 13. Okay, and she has diversification one on history as well as on programming.
No, you share about yourself.
Myself. Okay.
Yes, yes.
I'm an adult. That's what I was just thinking.
Oh,
Okay.
oh, yes, we are all children. Don't worry. We are and we are all adults.
Yeah. I like cooking. Okay, and recently I am little bit becoming a minimalist. Okay, so where I can just improve more on being very minimal, having minimal things.
Okay, super. Right.
And I have just interested in public speaking.
Okay, super.
Yeah, just initiated. Okay, I've just baby step I have skipped.
Okay. So what we'll do is Srijini will make a small, you can share about CoVersity from her perspective. For maybe it will take about 5 to 7 minutes. And then we by 7:15, hopefully we will have Lakshitha, who is also a CoVersity member, and she will share her journey of the last, let's say, 1 year roughly, for about 10-15 minutes, and then we can have question and answers. So yeah, I hope that is okay. So over to Srijini.
Yeah, uh, I'll share screen. Second. Hope you can see my screen.
Yeah, we can, Srijini.
Okay. As I introduced myself already, I am Srijini from Team CoVersity. So, and I'm also part of CoVersity too. So, this whole CoVersity concept is for youth from 14 to 21 years old, like me, who wants to change their or work on their passion, make it into profession. So it's just not alone, along with some other cohort buddies in our in CoVersity who can come together and co-create our own professional journeys. So in CoVersity, we don't just focus on the professional part. We give as importance to profession, we give as importance to self too. We work on ourselves and along with our passion too. So it's completely self-driven. I decide what I want to do. I decide what I want to learn, uh, and according to it, I do my planning, and it's in my style and in my own way. And along with me, there will be cohort buddies who will be pulling me, pushing me, kind of helping me out, maybe facilitating, maybe being a companion for me. So they always be with me and support me. I go out to the world, we together go out to the world and work in the real world in the industry to understand how this whole industry or my domain specific industry work, and uh, how we can learn in the industry. So we do different process, and we have a lot of tools that will help us reach our goal. And during this, we have, of course, I have myself to help me out in different situations. Along with that, I have the cohort buddies who will be always there on my side, and cohort guides and CoVersity guides and mentors who will support me whenever I need them. And thriving community who is always there to guide me, help me, support me. This whole CoVersity journey is like a train journey. So I really, as I said, I really love cooking, and I deep dive into one specific interest. Uh, maybe let's say for 6 months. So in the 6 months, I stay in campus along with other buddies uh, in the campus, which is presently in Aarohi. So we come together in the campus and work together, plan what we want to do and stuff. And then we, in our campus, in our off campus, we go out in the real world and experience in the working in the industry. And again we come back to on campus, and with together we reflect back about what we have done, how what we learned, and all of that stuff, and then reflect if I want to still continue in the same domain or interest, or I want to explore some other domain there, which I want to pursue further. So there we have that flexibility that we can change domains. So in each domain, we have abundance of possibilities that we can do as our profession. Maybe I can be a freelancer, I can be entrepreneur or job or anything which I like. Sorry,
anything which I like. And during that process of achieving my dream or goal, I get different outcomes, professional as well as self too. And few of the highlights, I feel this CoVersity concept is like the so much like I love, because the some stuff I really love this whole concept of CoVersity is that I can live my passion in my way. And also at the end of this whole CoVersity journey, I'll be life ready and also work ready. And also, let me share you this boot camp that we are having in the month of April, May, and June. Sorry, March, April, and June. So it's like we can experience this concept of CoVersity in a short duration, which is 1 week. So we do different action. We are like packed with action and do a lot of stuff. As I said, we experience being in actual CoVersity. We do different stuff there. So the dates are 27th of March, 17th of April, and 5th of June. And finally, we have our community page where we talk about our team, our intentions, and our beliefs about this concept of CoVersity. There are more details and in detailed way of presenting this whole concept in the website. Please do check that out. And I will also drop the bootcamp details in the chat too. You can check them out. And that's why I really love this CoVersity concept, because it helps me pursue my own passion, my own way. And I welcome you also to join. Yeah.
Okay, I think, okay, I'll check. Lakshitha has not been able to log in. Okay, so what we can do is, while Lakshitha logs in, we can have some question answers. We can start with some discussion. Srijini has already pasted the links if you need the links. So that is there. The bootcamp page has the dates, if that is what I think Trupti is looking for. We can paste the dates here. Right, so people can come on mic, and some of you have joined in now, and that's okay. And we can come on videos, and we can kind of discuss, share. Yep, that's the whole idea. So please come on the mic and video and ask questions. Let's discuss this whole thing and
Can
how
I
you
ask
look at.
you? I am
Sure.
Trupti.
Sure. Please go ahead.
Rashmi ji, good evening. I'm very happy to connecting you for the first time.
Welcome.
बहुत सालों पहले मैंने आपके बारे में सुना था, and I think so I come to know through one of a teacher in Mumbai, Poonam Purani. उनके थ्रू मुझे पता चला था about your concept, and that time my daughter was small, but we could not attend the summer camp. My daughter is now 18-year-old, but my sister's daughter is 10-year-old, and मुझे वापस से summer camp याद आया, and that is how I connected to you just 2-3 days back on WhatsApp communication. That this is exactly the practical way of learning, and all your efforts I highly appreciate. अभी मेरा question है कि summer camp के लिए जो 10 days की आपकी कुछ जो भी you have
Trupti, can I pause you?
there.
No. This is not about any summer camp. We are not doing any summer camp. This is about CoVersity, which is for 14 to 21-year-olds. And this is specifically about that concept. So this meetup, in fact, we are not doing any summer camps. So sorry, we don't have any summer camp.
I'll connect you on a personal wall for the other activities.
Yeah, you can WhatsApp me and see me. Yeah, sure. Most welcome.
Wish you all the best. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Uma is asking, Shijini, you want to answer that question about 6 months thing? Samath is saying wants to join the boot camp. Yes, Samath, if you want to join the boot camp, Shrijini will. I hope you're part of the WhatsApp group, and she will send you the link to a form.
Yeah,
You
see,
fill the form.
yeah, Ratnesh, like I have a question. Like, see, the kids are interested, so we are doing our regular schooling. So, is it possible to parallelly join this CoVersity also?
No, not really. This is a full-time thing. This is very, very intense. A lot of hard work. It's like full on, right? There is no scope of doing anything else. You are wanting to do this, so you do this. So yeah, unfortunately, or rather fortunately, I would say, no, this cannot be done with anything else. It is like a deep dive. That's why we call it a deep dive.
Okay, deep dive. Okay. So, can we attend this boot camps that a week program?
As I said, that it is right now for 14 to 21-year-olds. So if your children are already 14, more than 14, they're most welcome. If they're not yet 14, just wait when they turn 14 and you can do boot camp and you can join CoVersity.
Okay. So that's what I want to check.
Sure. Rijul, you had some questions you had told me on the WhatsApp, so you can ask now. Right, Samath, did you get the process? Shrijini just outlined the process if anybody wants to join the bootcamp.
Yes. So if you guys have, now that you have already joined our meetings, if you can connect with me personally or in the group so that I can give you the registration form, and from that you can go to the sorry, please first do was visit our website so that you get a more better idea on whole concept of bootcamp and the CoVersity too. So once you little get the understanding of what it is all about, then you can connect with me through WhatsApp group or my personal number or Aratnesh Aarohi number. We will send you the registration form, and from there you can connect. You can join the bootcamp. The numbers and the website link has been put in the chat too. Please do check. Ratnesh, you're on mute.
Yeah, you can ask any question that you have. We'll then have a. Oh, okay. Lakshitha has just had gone to play tennis and she's got a little delayed, so she will join in a little while. As I said, meanwhile, we can have whatever question, answers, thoughts. You can also share a little bit about yourself, Samath, Rijul, not just what you like doing, but how do you see this CoVersity concept, or how do you see yourself? Forget CoVersity. How do you see your journey ahead? What would you like to? How do you want to take it forward? What all have you thought? So we can just have an interaction. And if there are other parents, I don't, by name, I'm not able to make out who is a parent and who is a youth. So if you are a parent, you can ask questions related to CoVersity. If you are a youth, you can go ahead and share where you are in your journey and how you would like to be connected with CoVersity.
Ratnesh, this is Uma here. So I do have a question to Sri Jenny. Like, I think she has done her CoVersity last year. Okay, and what I understand is she is was focusing on cooking. So, but she has not, will she be able to explain the journey, how initially when she started, and how she find herself right now? What is that she is confident, or her journey part, if she can share in a little detailed way, it will help us.
Yeah, so today's we are not interviewing like Srijani. She was here only to present for us. Today we are interviewing or whatever interacting with Lakshitha. She's just coming in 5-10 minutes, so please hang on. And she will also share her journey of CoVersity, and you can understand with her better, right? How she has worked on. So just yeah, she's got little delayed. So request you can, if you can wait for her to come on. Incidentally, Srijani is presenting her journey on Saturday. So Saturday meetup, you can listen to Srijani. She will have a presentation and all to share with you. Lakshitha is there, although she is logged in as a mom's name.
Yes, give me.
That's okay, Lakshitha. Okay, so let's do that. Let's listen to Lakshitha, and yeah, I'll off my video and audio and give space for Lakshitha to share her presentation. Right. Go ahead, Lakshitha. Lakshitha?
Yes.
You're just taking a minute?
Yeah.
Okay. That's okay. Take your time. So meanwhile, for people who have joined in, the whole idea of CoVersity is very hands-on, so much so that a lot of the work behind the team CoVersity who will set up the whole CoVersity is also done by youth, like Srijani, and there are many more, including Lakshita. So meaning I'm not your age group. I'm 54, but I play only a small role, and there are so many other youths who actually play the role of forming the CoVersity, running the CoVersity, and so on, and presenting the courses. So that's the fun part. Everything is worth doing because it's exciting. And if it's exciting, we just go ahead and do it. We don't really care how, when. We are there to learn and grow from it. So that's the beauty of how we decide what we want to do, rather than somebody telling us, no, you are doing this, so you should be doing this, like that. So that's how Srijani was here today presenting the concept of CoVersity. And she's also does a lot of other back-end work for the CoVersity. What happened? Your presentation isn't loading?
Yes. I'm sorry about the delay. I got held up in my tennis class.
No problem. Till you do good serves here, we are okay with it. Right. Okay, so while Lakshita figures out her setting, we can still have, right. Okay, somebody had asked about how does that 6 months work? Are we all the time at campus? Srijani, while Lakshita sets up her own, would you like to just answer that part? What happens in those? How are those 6 months structured?
Okay, so okay. So generally, it's like we do go off campus and on campus. The cycle generally goes this way. It's around 6 to 8 weeks on campus, where you plan and you make your own planning and you decide what you want to learn and do some action in the campus along with other cohort buddies too. So after a few time when you feel you're ready, you go off campus, you do some kind of internships or something, you go out to the world and do work and learn from that, or you get experience going out in the world, and then you come back to on campus again along with other buddies and reflect back what you have learned, how much you have what you have did and all of that stuff. And then you can reflect on the if you want to switch your domain or not, or that comes on after this whole 6 month cycle. It's generally on campus for 8 to 10 weeks, and you go off campus for 8 to 12 weeks, and again you come back on campus for 1 to 5 weeks. More details are in the website, you can check it out.
And as you will notice, it's a range, which means different people could be doing little differently. It all depends on each individual's planning. What is it? Suppose you've taken that big a project that you need more time in it, or you have taken a longer internship that you need more time. So everything is, in that sense, little flexible, trying to accommodate different needs and different, plans. And because we are not totally driving it, a lot may depend. Suppose you have a client who needs something finished, so you may be not going for internship, finishing your project. You know what I mean? It's all very dynamic. It's not completely, it's in stone. But yes, the idea is to be partly here with your buddies and do intense work here at the campus, and also enjoy staying together, learning together, doing lots of different things together, also looking at developing your own skills in different fields, and at the same time having time off into doing stuff, which could be in your hometown or which could be in any other city you choose. That would really depend on you. So I hope that kind of is gives you some idea. Most importantly, I hope you get the idea that one, there is a lot of fun being together at the campus and doing stuff. At the same time, there is also importance of that you be out there and work in different organizations, so that you get the actual experience of the industry. And that can be in your hometown if that is how you wish, or can be in anywhere else. Okay, I think Lakshita's game is starting.
Yes, I've finally figured it out. So this is like a very small compressed version of how long I've been doing open learning. And let's just start. So I've been doing open learning for how long? About 2 years. We first visited Aarohi in 2019, and like I didn't really like school back then, but then after the pandemic, it just became very clear. And so we switched to open learning. And this is a very short telling of it. So the main reasons my parents and I chose open learning is, number one, I don't like subjects like math and science, especially math. So we thought that in open learning I could explore the subjects that I want to, and with CoVersity I was able to take that even forward, since I really enjoy filmmaking. And I think with school, it was that they already chose like what people do, and it was like a set schedule, and I didn't really enjoy that. I wanted to try making my own schedule and stuff. So that's another reason. And I forgot what this means, so I'm trying to recollect. What does it mean? Yeah, so I wanted to explore just not just subjects, but I wanted to try doing more things. And if I was in school, then I wouldn't have been able to directly start filmmaking and like go to a film club or work as an assistant director. I would have to like graduate, and it's a whole process. But with open learning and CoVersity, it's that I can already, take my passion forward, deep dive and figure out what exactly I want to do. And, that's one of another reasons that I exited school. And I already mentioned this before. My dislike of math and science is like so much. I hate it so much that we took it as like a big reason to leave school. Yeah. So once we decided that maybe school wasn't the right thing for me, we started like thinking about what would happen if I went into open learning and how I would spend my time. So we went over all the options that I could pursue my interest and like explore, which is like college or the NIOS board, for which I can give 10th and 12th, or maybe I could do a course. So we discussed all these options. Then we also went over how I would spend my time and like how I could be productive and do things that I like and be happy with how I spend my day. And we also thought about all the obstacles that I might face because I'm not going to regular schooling. Like I don't remember exactly what, but it was something that we did, like, maybe I'd have to, give my experience and show my experience in a different way, stuff like that. And like we decided that I would spend time at Aarohi and explore more there. So we also started prepping for me to live away from home. Like, how would I do that? Would I be okay with it? What all would I need? How much prep do I need? And everything. We discussed everything. Yeah, so after discussing and despite all the discussion, once I left school, then I didn't actually do much in the beginning. Most of the time, I would just like freak out because I have too much time on my hands. I would just spend my days like reading, watching a show, or like, simply sitting and lazing around or staring blankly at a wall. That was the thing I did because I was so overwhelmed, and there were so many possibilities and ideas that I had, but I didn't know how to execute them. So I really had to like just sit with them and not do anything. And it was annoying for my mom, I think. Was it annoying? Say. Yeah. Yeah. So in the beginning, I didn't know what to do despite having many ideas, but eventually I figured it out. So like I mentioned earlier, one of the main reasons I left school is because I wanted to like explore other subjects and other areas. And after the period of simply sitting, I've done a lot of stuff. It's more than this, but these are like the main things. One is psychology and sociology, and it's it's very specific branches. So I explored a lot of that. I read research papers, I listened to talks, and then I read books, and I read a whole bunch of stuff. Filmmaking is something I do even now, and I just like it, I guess. And I've been wanting to play instruments since I was a kid. So I took up violin and keyboard, and I still play them. I tried out acting for a while, but then that didn't work out. I didn't really enjoy it. And philosophy is another thing that I was super into. I'm still into it, but not as much as like last year and the year before that. I also still do digital art and like sketches and small art things. So after like exploring so many things, I eventually decided that filmmaking is the thing for me. And around that time, like we had CoVersity in the talks, and I joined CoVersity for that very reason. And it's been really helpful because I was able to like take my passion forward more. I learned more than what I already knew. And then there were other people who other people like Shriya or Krishiv and Misha and Shrishti, they also had their own passions. And it was like encouraging to work with them because we would push each other to do stuff, and I learned more. And then I started making a portfolio, which is helpful because I can put all my work in one place. And if somebody asks me what experience I have, I can just show that. So I just gained a lot of knowledge and experience relating to the professional side of things. And I also like found really great friends. So I really enjoy CoVersity. And so far, that's what I did, compressed version of my open learning journey. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Lakshita. So yeah, people can we can ask questions. You can ask questions to Lakshita. She's just come back from tennis. Hope she will hit the ball back. And volley us. And yeah, so we can ask Lakshita questions about her journey, as well as if you have any other question. Yeah, so just to
Lakshita, one small simple question. Sorry.
Go ahead,
Go
Preeti.
ahead, Ratnesh.
No, I was just trying to
Just
summarize
ask.
for people that she's currently, her domain is filmmaking. I just wanted to clarify that her domain right now. So in CoVersity, we focus on one domain, and that's her domain. Yeah, Preeti, go ahead.
Just a very small question, Lakshita, that the way of presentation in the form of game that is created by you, is it?
Yes, like we found like a very basic template, but most of the stuff we did, me and my mom.
Oh.
One thing which I would like to share is that you would have seen that she said she was freaking out and doing nothing, pacing around. That is true, but it was for a brief period. Like I myself started doubting whether I made a mistake or not. But after a brief period, I could like obviously see her changing. Like she got bored with being simply sitting around and doing nothing. Like I never expected the change, but suddenly glazing around all those went away, and she got bored with that. She started doing stuff she loved very much. It was a like, very good change which I haven't seen in my life. Because all we do is that we have exams, all those things. We won't have that a long stretch of time to get bored. Because once we have vacation, we just enjoy for that 1 month or 2 months, and again we do our regular stuff. But with her, I had experienced it. Like it was wonderful.
Can I share something?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
only request is to keep the discussion related to CoVersity, since this is
Sure,
specific
sure.
to CoVersity.
Yes, yes, definitely. Actually, filmmaking, जो interest है, my daughter has made her first film when he was in 6th, 7th standard, and there was one workshop conducted by one of the organization in the school. So I must say that this type of like basically it give a lot of boost to the creativity and like storyboard writing, connecting to the character. We had made some film with the puppets also, and it really helps. So I'm very happy to know that if you allow me, I can share you the connect of the person who conduct a workshop on filmmaking for the kids, Ratneshri.
Yeah, not required right now. If anybody is interested, they can get in touch with you.
Okay. Yeah, that was like I had a experience, so I just thought maybe you can explore and you can add, you can connect to them. Thank you very much. It was wonderful, your journey, and wishing you all the best.
Thank you.
Yeah. Others who are in the meetup, if you have a question either to Lakshita or to one of us, and more people can come on video. Let me on my video also. And yeah, we can discuss, we can share. I'm sure they,
Lakshita,
yeah, sorry. I was just saying, I'm sure there must be some doubts or, in terms of not just how it works, but in terms of how your journey can be, or what ifs in your mind, what if this, what if that, with respect to, because in that sense, a relatively, let's call it a new way of doing things. Most of us are not really familiar with this route. So please feel free to ask questions. That's exactly what this meetup is for. Yeah, Preeti.
yeah, so in continuation to what Ratnesh just said, um, it's a new concept for all of us. So Lakshita, since you have gone through the journey of CoVersity, and you have seen those 6 months of uh, going through the grind of CoVersity, plus enjoying it thoroughly because it was your core interest in which you worked on. So can you little bit focus more on your last 6 months or 7 months of CoVersity journey a little more, and tell us a little more in detail about it?
Yeah, sure. So, like in the beginning, we like all the members we only met up online. So there wasn't really much going on in the first month. But then in the second month, second or third, I guess, we had a meetup and then we really got things going because we met up with each other and then we understood how we work, like we saw each other in our own elements. So after that we kind of understood how to push each other. So other than the servers we have on Discord, we have our own group chat where we like we set a few goals and then we pushed each other for that. We had daily meetings to like see our progress and to discuss if we needed any help, like what did we do all day, do we need some collaboration in places. We had daily meetings and weekly meetings for that. We also had a one weekly meeting with the guides, so we basically shared what we did for the whole week and what we were going to do the next week, and the guides gave us like advice and supported us in any way if we needed the help. A lot of it, like for me it was only me in the filmmaking, so I can't really say about working too much with others, but for me it was nice getting to decide everything that I do. And since it's just me, I completed everything and my report was always full. Maine ye sab kiya and I was happy that I did more than the others. What I did basically was that I have uh what's that? Yeah, so I did this thing called screen test. I forgot for a second. I don't know why. So it's basically like figuring out how to get good angles. It's like an exercise that filmmakers do. I did that quite a lot because it's helpful. And then I have a YouTube channel where I post analysis and stuff. For a brief period, I shared like recommendations and stuff. There's a lot of film accounts and I realized other people did it better than me, but I'm still doing it. Then I also researched other filmmakers, and since I wanted to get a full view, not just filmmaking, I still like learn more about philosophy and sociology, psychology. So I basically don't spend nearly enough time on only filmmaking since I wanted to learn everything related to the field. For about like 3 weeks, I did research on the designers and the set people, the people who work on the set and the costume designers. Because, you know, when you're starting out, it's not just many people, it's just you. So you have to figure out how to get everything in order. So I basically did research on everything. So I just did a lot of research simply. That I'm at a loss for words when you suddenly ask me that.
Imagine Lakshita at loss of words.
Yeah, another thing I did was like podcasts. I don't know what I was doing with that, but then uh, I've seen a few films where they use audio in like really cool ways. So I started a podcast. Don't ask me for the name, I will not give it to you. But basically, I did a lot of experimentation and exploration relating to many different fields in the vast field of filmmaking. So there isn't like one thing that I'm an expert at. I just know the basics of everything. Yeah. And this is all in the 6 months. So I just had a lot of time to like go dive into what I thought would be helpful at the time. And then we reflected on it as a group. So I got a chance to like see what was working and what was not and how to improve, because the members, we often give each other like advice and stuff. So it was nice to see different perspectives. Otherwise it would just be me, and I would probably be getting it wrong because I don't know how to fix things. I just do things. Yeah, I don't know if I made sense, but I said a lot of stuff. Yeah, so my mother has reminded me that I have a portfolio. So the portfolio is basically everything I did in like one file, but we made a website. We worked on that for a long while, about 2 months. I still have it. I haven't added much, but it's there and it is helpful, I will tell you.
Yeah, thanks, Lakshita. Yeah, people, you have to ask questions. We are here. We have been thinking day in and day out about CoVersity. So we are too full of CoVersity. You have to ask what you would like to know or talk about, and yeah, hopefully we can help you understand it better.
So Jay, you're on mute.
Sorry, I pressed the wrong button. Lakshita, hi. My name is Sujaya. I hope I'm clear right now.
Yes.
Yeah, I missed your earlier this thing. So I came somewhere in midway. So I'm sorry about that. But I did catch up on your discovery of this 6 months. What I was interested in knowing that when you started this CoVersity, what was that you had? What is it that you had in mind? That was there any some kind of goal or some kind of a purpose you had in mind? And what was it? What was it after at the end of the 6 months? Did it define it in any way, or did you feel there was something more that could be done?
I think like when us, the first 6 members, when we started, CoVersity was like a very new concept. So we didn't have like set goals. We were just like excited to learn together. And I think that's my personal experience. I was excited to learn with everyone. And my main goal was basically just like getting to know more about filmmaking and getting the like very basics down. So I didn't know much back then. I made like many films on a fluke. They weren't good. So I wanted to understand like what went wrong, and I wanted to know what makes a good film and how you can learn when you make mistakes during filming or just like the whole process. By the end of 6 months, I think I got more than half of the information, like what went wrong, what I could do better. But I think that it's like a constant journey. CoVersity is just like a tool to help you get more into your passion. I think that's what I think. I really got into filmmaking more, and I really understood the all the nuances of it, whatever I learned anyways. So I don't think I was really like, this was my goal and I'm satisfied. I was just happy that I got to learn so much and there's still a lot more to learn. So CoVersity was a great experience for just, doing that, just learning in my own element and, not worrying about in this much time I have to complete everything. I can still take, breaks. I took a lot of breaks, like 1 day, 2 day breaks, because there's a lot of information and my brain did not know how to compute it. So CoVersity was basically like, it was slow. It was way slower than you think, but I learned a lot. And I would say I'm very satisfied. I don't know if I had a goal, but I'm very satisfied with the 6 months.
Thank you, Lakshita.
So since people don't, sorry, somebody speaking, please go ahead.
Yeah, Lakshita, Sujaya again. Did you have to do all the scripting and writing and etc.? And if you did do your filmmaking, etc., what did you shoot on? I mean, I know these are like details, but I was just interested in knowing how did you do everything on your own? You must have started with storyboards and then moved on to, finally creating something. So, uh, did you have to do everything on your own? I mean, handle all of those things on your own?
Yeah, virtually yes, because there wasn't anybody else in my cohort. I didn't mind it. It would have been nice to have the manpower, but like I don't mind the learning. So I didn't do storyboards. I just did like basic scripts because the films that I shot, they're like 3 minutes, 4 minutes. I didn't see the point in like making full storyboards because I didn't really understand the lighting and the whole process back then. So I did most of the stuff on like tutorials and Fluke. The scripting is basically I had an idea. I did a log line. I did like a bigger log line. I repeated the process of the log line and made it longer a few times. After that, I decided on like characters. So most of the time, if you ask a filmmaker who writes their own scripts, they will tell you that they don't you know write everything about the character down. So you conceptualize in your mind, it's there in your mind, the story and all the details. And then once I had like a set idea, just like a structure, just the skeleton of it, I wrote it down in very basic terms, so I had room for improvisation and to like add my own touch, whatever I thought in the moment. And based on that basic script, I worked and built upon it more, and then I shot weird footage, I brought in props, and then everything was done by me and like over a few weeks because it's just me again. And I shot on my phone. The quality isn't good, I will tell you. Nobody likes it in my house. We're wondering why I made it, but I made it. I don't like it, but like you have to start somewhere.
Yes, that's true. You have to start somewhere. And yeah, but it's a start, and it's a great journey when you start off on this. Just a last question that I had is that did you have anybody in your cohort also was into filmmaking, or it was a support group for various other things?
Like in the filmmaking cohort, there was no one, so it was just me. Um, but in the other cohorts, like there were like pairs, two people. So I got help from them because it was the writers and designers cohort. So they aid in filmmaking. There are obvious elements of filmmaking. So I did ask them for advice in like small places and like improvements. Yeah, essentially it was a support group for me. For the other people, I don't know how it went, so I can't answer that for them.
Thank you, Lakshita.
Yes.
Okay, so we are almost nearing 8 o'clock. Any last questions? I've put in the details, and as I said, you can connect with Srijani for the boot camp if that's what you are interested in. But anybody has a quick question? Obviously, you can ask questions later on in the WhatsApp group too, or you can join us in any of the other meetups. So we'll be there next Saturday, this Saturday, as well as next Thursday, Saturday, like that, every Thursday, Saturday. Yeah, but yeah, if anybody still has a question, we are there for a few minutes. I think Srijani also wants me to clarify that by itself, the whole concept of CoVersity is not limited to any one particular domain. In the sense, you can choose which domain you want to work with. Obviously, that would be your field of interest. So you choose your interest domain, or you decide on your interest domain for a period of 6 months, and you deep dive into it. There could be other people of your interest, or there could be other people who may support your interest, or there could be other people who may not even support your interest, but because we are all together, it's so much togetherness and energy and thinking and so on and so forth. So it's like a group together, which really makes, according to us, makes a lot of difference. So when people ask us who will guide, who will mentor, who will facilitate, and one of the first things we say is, hey, the buddies will do that more than anybody else. Meaning, yes, we will connect with industry people, industry experts, field experts. When in internship, we will be with people who know, who are experts. So they will definitely give lots of guidance and directions and tips. But I, in our mind, the real energy comes from the buddies who are your part of your cohort, meaning of CoVersity. So the whole group together is what really adds to each other. And I think that's why we call it CoVersity, as in together we get together and do stuff. That's why the name. Yeah. And CoVersity also means it could be many domains coming together, many interests. Somebody is in into filmmaking, somebody could be into, let's say, programming or computers, somebody could be into stock market, somebody could be into trekking and adventure, somebody could be into music, somebody could be into, I don't know, doing rockets, whatever anybody could be doing. So that's the whole idea. It's a versatility of different people coming together. So that's the whole idea. Okay, so I think we can pause here. We have been around for an hour now, and thank you very much for joining in. And yep, as I said, we can connect back if you have any questions. Yeah, so thank you once again. Thanks, Lakshitha and Sandhya, for joining in today. And we will be again doing on Saturday. That time you can hear Srijani talk her story, what all she has been up to, what all she has been cooking, literally. Yeah. Okay, bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye,
Thank
everyone.
you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.